Grand Master William Brodie replied, "No other organization has ever done more to promote liberty and to liberate man from the chains of ignorance and tyranny than Freemasonry." So, this is sort of an echo of all the sentiments of early Gnostic Hermetic groups, the Cathars and all those in the Middle Ages, Valentinius, Mani, Bruno, Campanella, all stated their goal was to liberate man, to liberate them from the chains of ignorance. I know that many of you are afraid, and you've been taught all your life that this is witchcraft, this is evil, this is so evil. They don't even believe in God. Why they don't believe in Jesus? All of this is not true. They believe in true Christ, friends, the true liberation that Christ brought to this earth. You've been lied to. The church has deceived you. They are the ignorant tyrants, those of the church. Those who went underground and were massacred and persecuted are the ones who brought liberty to you, friends, who brought that liberty to this country, America, and gave you the Constitution of the United States of America. The Founding Fathers saw this new world as divine providence and a part of the divine plan. Manifest destiny. What do you say, friends? Or are you so steeped in your church that you cannot even hear it? Interesting to note that two of the pairs of obelisks that once stood in ancient Egypt, in Heliopolis, they're now scattered around the world in different locations. One of these, now remember there's two pairs, so there's just 4 obelisks. One of them is in Cleopatra's Needle in Central Park, New York. One is in Westminster, London. The other 2 are in place at De la Concorde, Paris, and the other one's in a location in Egypt. And all 4 of these locations are ancient esoteric, according to the ancient esoteric teachings, are from the ancient places of wisdom, where this original knowledge came forth, as they worshipped there in Egypt with Joseph teaching over the ancient Magi, and as Daniel taught the Magi in Babylon. So today, Philadelphia is known as the capital of the American Freemasons. It has a total of 25 Masonically related sites. It's known as the city of brotherly love, and some say it's the city of love of the brotherhood. Interestingly enough, friends, that is where the Masonic grave site there in Philadelphia is, where Charles Taze Russell is buried under a pyramid, and he is the founder of Jehovah's Witnesses. A lot of you don't realize that groups like Jehovah's Witnesses and Mormons, Seventh-day Adventists, and Christian Scientists were directly created by the ancient esoteric teachings and brought over here to America and created by the secret societies. Many Jehovah's Witnesses would cringe if you told them they were simply a branch of the secret societies. But it's true. So this is the point of this video, friends. This series of videos. What are these people? What are they doing here? Why were all of our presidents Masons? Why is George W. Bush a member of the Skull and Bones? Is this a bad thing? Have they turned evil? What is their plan? Did you know that President Roosevelt was also a Mason? He is the one who approved the design of the 5-sided Pentagon. You all know about the Pentagon. Why has it got 5 sides? Do you know that our country is now being ruled by the secret societies? This 5-pointed star is the 5-pointed ancient star of Egypt, Cyrus. You all know how the Pentagon was, hit with a missile or something. They say it was with a plane on September 11th, 9/11, same time that, the Twin Towers were hit. Very symbolic of the the two pillars in esoteric teaching, the gateway to the new world. And there's Isis standing there with her torch of liberty, and then this five-star or five-sided pentagon, and it's bombed on September 11th, which is a very important date, friends. The Pentagon's groundbreaking ceremony was September the 11th, 1941. The symbol of the 32nd degree of Scottish Masonry is a pentagon. Did you know that? All right, so 9/11, this is when they dedicated the Pentagon. The Pentagon is a shape of five-sided thing, goes back to the story of Isis in Egypt. 9/11, they dedicate it. 9/11, they destroy it. We talked about Friday the 13th here in Paris just a week ago when they had this terrorist attack there. They did it on Friday the 13th, which goes back to the time when they tried to wipe out the secret societies. So all of this is connected. They make these signs. Who's running the show right now? Is it the secret societies? No, they're the ones being attacked. The Pentagon was attacked. The Twin Towers. The Twin Pillars to enter into the new world. There in the bay stands the Statue of Liberty, Isis herself. Isn't it odd that those who control the world today are creating an organization called ISIS? Isn't that odd? And they're going to use ISIS to try and make the world hate them, and then they're going to destroy ISIS, and they're going to destroy the Pentagon, they're going to destroy the Twin Towers, the two pillars, they're going to destroy all of this ancient wisdom and knowledge. Just like they did in the Inquisition, friends, when they wiped out the Cathars. So who's really running the show, friends? What happened? A lot of you are probably confused. Aren't these secret societies that aren't they the ones running the world? Why would they be killing themselves? Well, what happened? There was an infiltration, because you remember at the time when the Catholic Church wiped out all the Cathars, they took over their institutions, friends. The Jesuit priests took over all of the institutions on earth. That's why the last pope that was just put into office, Pope Francis, was the Black Pope, the Jesuit Pope. So remember how we talked about everything's clear up to a certain point, right? There was the Catholics, right? The popes and all their edicts and their councils and so forth, fiery breathing down the neck of all these heretics, killing them all, burning all the books, wiping out, stamping out Catholicism. All right, now all of a sudden, this ancient esoteric knowledge seems to be put into these secret societies. They go underground, and now all of a sudden, the secret societies are running the world, and they're the ones killing everybody. What happened? Where's the switch? Well, remember how we said they went underground because they were being persecuted. Well, it was about that time they made the Jesuit priests. Right? Now, the Jesuits, they went in to infiltrate and take over. They took over these societies. Now, the societies would pop up. That's why they kept, they kept persecuting them, trying to destroy them. They'd go down and they'd pop up somewhere else. When they came over to America, they came here to get freedom, to create a constitution. Yes, friends, that constitution's real. You can read it, and it says there's liberty for all. And it was done by those who want liberty. It wasn't some trick. The trick is the Jesuits who infiltrated the organizations because they saw how powerful they were. They saw how powerful the truth was. So many of these secret societies that rose up, they were persecuted because they had something. They had the truth. They had love. They wanted prosperity and equality and liberty. But there were some very rich people that wanted control, and they didn't want the truth to get out to the world. They didn't want prosperity. They wanted to control the world. They had to bring down those poor knights that were working to help the pilgrims, that were protecting the truth, that were protecting the righteous and all the ancient esoteric knowledge. This has been a war, a fight down through the ages. Those who want to corrupt and those who want to love. Remember, Jesus said he gave talents to his servants. He gave 1 talent to one servant. He gave 5 talents to another servant. He gave 10 talents to another servant. And when he arrives, he's going to see what they've done with their talents. And those who have done good will get more talents. They've used their talents wisely. These are the goods of the kingdom. These are these talents represent things that are earthly goods that you can improve. For mankind, you can build up the kingdom with these talents. This is a symbol. And there were those who went forth. Okay, they were being killed. Jesus was killed. All the apostles were killed by certain elements that wanted them dead, that wanted the truth to not exist. Satan went out as a dragon to deceive the whole world and to destroy and to persecute the woman. And that dragon was in the form of the popes and the emperors, and they killed all the Christians, and the Christians were the Cathars. They went underground and became knights to protect the truth, the Holy Grail. But the Jesuit priests were created by the Catholic Church to infiltrate every organization on the face of the earth. This is why they created Jehovah's Witnesses. It's subterfuge. So Jehovah's Witnesses weren't created by those who are truth seekers, who are trying to preserve the truth, who are trying to enlighten the world. No. Those people created a constitution who said all men are created equal. They were fighting hard to stay pure, to keep out this infiltration by the Jesuit priests. But you see, they were not successful, because there's always something going on. These Jesuits are ruthless, and they've infiltrated every religion on the face of the earth. Every organization and every bank and everything that's going on today has been infiltrated by the Jesuit priests. You look that up, friends. Go on the internet and start finding out what these Jesuit priests have been doing for the last several hundred years. And they have infiltrated everything, and they have said, okay, to you and I, we don't know what's going on. But to those who are trying to enlighten the world and to love the world and to bring about the kingdom of our Father in heaven, which is within us, this pure hope, the Christ within us, and bring that out in all of us. For those, they know what's going on when they see that there's an attack in Paris on Friday the 13th. They know the sign. They know what's going down. Somebody's after them. They want control. They say, you're enlightening the world too much. We don't like that. You're telling the world all these truths, and we don't like that. We're going to stop you. We've infiltrated your organizations. You're going to have to go further underground. We're going to kill you if we find you. And these twin pillars that that represent the entering into the kingdom of liberty, the utopian kingdom away from all these evil, wicked rules and regulations and all this corruption for centuries that you thought you were going to make in this new world. We bombed it on 9/11, the very day that you dedicated the Pentagon. Now it's going to be bombed because we don't like your esoteric wisdom. We don't want that in this world. You see, somebody's trying to destroy somebody, friends, and you've got to figure out who it is. You see, Satan's not going to just allow these secret societies when that's why they're doing it in secret, to stay safe. Because they can't come out in the open, they'll be killed. Because there's somebody with a lot of power in the Vatican. And they have these Jesuit priests running around infiltrating everything. And so they've got to stay secret. Because they're going to get found out and destroyed if anybody knows what they're doing. So they're working behind the scenes. Certain individuals are working behind the scenes, friends, for your liberty and to protect the truth. But they're being bombarded by these evil dominions of Satan at every turn. It is a battle, friends. And here's the reason why this battle is continued to this late date. Why it's never really been won. Because